Alright guys, what's up? It's Astro here, and I am coming to you with a little bit of stuff about Kefla. Hold on, I'm playing on my controller, so I'm going to change my controller settings real quick. I've seen a lot of stuff about this character, and people just find her to be the most broken thing on the planet, at least from my streams. That seems to be the experience I'm getting from a lot of people. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna run through a little bit of her stuff. This isn't like necessarily a guide as much as it is like how to deal with her, a lot of her normals. I believe that she is a pretty strong character in terms of the game and the outlook of how season 3 is looking to turn out. Of course, this is me saying this like, what is it, like not even a week into it. So I am going to put this out here, and I just want to help out maybe not necessarily higher level players who have already kind of like figured some of the stuff out, but maybe someone who's more new to the game or just picked it back up for season 3 and isn't too familiar with how to deal with certain things. So here is the start. So first off, what I wanted to start with was, let me make sure this is guard on all. Okay, yes. So a lot of this stuff, there's one thing you got to know is that I have Bardock here too, just as an example. Her normals are pretty safe. I believe this is only -4, -3, 5LL is -5, 2M is -5 as well, and then 5M is -7. So the significance behind this is that a lot of her normals are really good for stagger pressure. She has a lot of good stagger buttons. She can even stagger 2M to 5M, because none of her buttons besides 5M is absolutely punishable. Punishable in this game being -6, by the way. This makes it that she has decent stagger pressure and a good way to essentially reset her pressure with dash ups and things of the like. If you've seen that, if you watch tournaments for this game, you've seen stuff like this a lot, especially with characters like Bardock, who has similar frame data to her, literally to the T, except for his 5M is -4. So keeping all that in mind, I would also like to go over some of her specials that are notable. She has command dash, 214S. It's extremely minus by itself. You can actually punish this if she just does it, but if she calls an assist, which is usually what most Kefla players will do, hold on, I gotta silence my phone real quick. What most Kefla players will do is they will call an assist and use it kind of like an instant in. You know, just gotta kind of be aware of it, be aware of the cross up. I don't know, a lot of the time I've had players try to do this to me a lot, and I usually get cross up protection unless they do it extremely early like that. That's the only time, but usually you'll get cross up protection like on this, that's cross up protected, things of that nature. So just be careful and be aware of the command dash. It's there, it's pretty strong in the corner. It allows her to take the corner. That's noteworthy too, is that this actually takes corner. So not a lot of moves in the game do that, so keep that in mind as well when defending against her. Another thing that I really wanted to go over is there's certain things. She has a couple specials that are. She has one special I believe is +1 block. It's 236S or 236H. I'm sorry. EX orb thing is +4 on block, so she could throw that out. But if you guys saw, there is a gap, so it is reflectable. You can reflect it. I actually think there's almost you can just jab her out of it. She's going through pressure. Yeah. So you can actually, I'm pretty sure you can actually mash out of this. I want to check real quick. Oops, that wasn't right. Yeah, so you can actually just mash out of that if you see orbs. If you see it coming, it's a good way. If you are playing Kefla, it's a good way to kind of just fit in just extra plus frames. Kind of akin to 21's 236H, but not as gap. I don't believe it's gapless. And I also believe this jails into Vanish if it connects. First, let me see. Yeah, so that jails into Vanish. She also has a low in her 214 series on the ground. These are all lows, so that's also something to look out for. Obviously, if you played with this character before, you've noticed that this is a low. I know when I was doing the raid first day she came out on stream, we all got hit by this at least once, and that was the first thing everybody said was, "That's a low." So always be aware of that. Now, getting into the more serious stuff, this is the more dangerous stuff she's known for, is her Ray Zone. Her Ray Zone, I'm calling it Ray Zone Grenade because that's the only thing. I actually don't even know what this move is called. What is this move called? This is a good time for me to where is the command list? Oh my gosh. I've actually never looked at a command list in this game before, so is there even one? Is there even a command list? Button settings, sound settings, special move list. There it is. There it is. Okay, so oh, it is called Gigantic Ray. Okay, so Gigantic Ray. So this is the Hellzone grenade. It gives you an unseeable mix-up, pretty much, as you guys saw right there. You can actually jail into this pretty easily, and it's kind of scary, you know. You can't, because obviously, like, you can't see her. A lot of things come off of it. She gets a lot of mileage off of it. At least I've seen from a lot of games that I've watched with Goichi, especially. He does this a lot. And, you know, you can hit the schmicks. It's pretty much unseeable. It's an unseeable mix-up, so it makes it very hard. It's exactly like Piccolo's, to be honest. But the difference is that with this, if I can set the training dummy to do it. Oops, the training dummy is not doing it. So if you can set the training dummy to do this, right? It's gapless. You can't reflect it. Right? I know what everybody's thinking. Oh, shit. All hope is lost. I'm gonna get mixed. I can't even block it. But one thing that you should note is that this is very easily guard cancelable during the animation. So if I'm blocking this, right? What in the world? Oh, my bad. I have my this is from something else I was recording earlier. I apologize. So we're just gonna have it set to normal, and then do it again. You can guard cancel right here, and she can't do anything about it. Nothing she can do about it. If you guard cancel during the super flash, that's 100% guaranteed way if you have a bar, and you can mash it too. You can mash it, and there's absolutely nothing. She does not recover in time, so you can get out of it that way. Very easy. Another way that I've actually seen Kefla players applying that type of pressure is on knockdowns. So, like this. Alright, so it's essentially taking a hit into another hit, and a lot of the time, depending on the starter that this combo starts out with, you die. So, very dangerous setup, but once again, this is one of those other things that can be handled relatively easily with proper use of the game's defensive mechanics. So if you come across this, they raise zone, they go for mix-up, whatever the deal. Now, what you're going to be taking advantage of here is the fact that this game has a delayed wake-up. Now, this delayed wake-up works, as I've talked about before, this delayed wake-up works much differently than Street Fighter does. Or any other game where you can delay wake-up, really. You can get up anywhere between 1 and 30 frames. So you're going to take advantage of the fact that you can just sit there for 30 frames without taking a hit. This is easily done on reaction, as you guys are about to see right now. As soon as you see that super flash, you can hold down. Now, I got hit right there because I got hit by the overhead, but you can wake up with a reflect, which is what you should do. The key for this one is just making sure that you recognize what they're going for. Hold down. And you can get out of it with taking immediately. I've never practiced, haven't practiced waking up with reflect that often. I never really did. I said practice waking up with reflect like it's something that's like extremely difficult, but coming out of delayed get up with a reflect. Oh my goodness. You can reflect that, I promise. I'm gonna see if I can get it right here. I'm scrubbing out right now. There we go. Okay, there you go. And you're out. If the computer would stop going crazy. But you're out at that point. Being aware, though, that something that they can do, right, is... Oh, imagine being able to do combos. One thing that can be done by the opposing player is Hell Zone, and if they know you're going to reflect, empty jump, Dragon Rush. Alright, so... that is something that I started doing after I realized that, after I explored the defensive options you could take against this kind of setup, is just empty jump into a Dragon Rush. It works actually really well. A lot of people are so worried about trying to avoid the Ray Zone grenade that they wake up for the Reflect. Now, usually you do it faster than that. I was just being slow, but it comes out pretty fast. The Dragon Rush will come out pretty fast and catch anybody who really reflects and isn't like immediately mashing a button. So that's something else to look out for. There's layers to the mix-up. Just like any other good mix-up, there's layers to it. So you just got to be careful and be mindful of all of them. So just try and make sure you delay get up and wake up with a Reflect. And then if you try as hard as you can to react to the Dragon Rush. That's the best way to go about it. Another way you can handle this is by waking up with up tech, delayed up tech. Because in this situation, if you take a delayed up tech, you end up in the air, so you don't have to take any of it at all. Ooh. Maybe I can actually hold up. Maybe it would be easier for me to set the computer to do this. Enemy settings. We will have delay stand on 30. Ground recovery up. There we go. This should do exactly what I think it's gonna do. Let's see. Oh, it might catch up back. I mean, I believe you should be able to up tech. I'm trying to find out. I forgot. I don't even remember how to get the computer to up back like that. I believe this should be the proper setting. Okay, well the computer's not doing it, but another defensive tactic that I saw, I believe Taco did it while he was playing Goichi, is he delayed teched and then he up backed. So he delayed tech into an up tech. And that actually placed him in the air, so he blocked the last 3 grenades in the air, and Goichi couldn't hit him with a high-low, which is the main thing about this, because you're jailed during the Ray Zone, is that you have to watch for the high-low, which is essentially what you're going for. So just remember, if you're on the ground, also this is easily done on reaction. Because the Kefla player will have to do this technique, like if they're gonna take this approach on the Oki, they would have to do this. I'm gonna freeze it for you guys. They have to do it as soon as they hit the floor. It's like they can't do it anywhere else. They have to do it as soon. Is there any way to clear the menu? I don't believe so. But they have to do it right here. They have to do it as soon as they knock you down, or else they won't get the proper amount of knockdown advantage, or else, yeah, it'll miss. It'll miss essentially if they delay tech the whole thing. So they have to do it as soon as they land. So as soon as they land, they pop the Ray Zone grenade. You can delay tech. During the super flash, you'll avoid the whole thing. Other than that, though, a lot of Kefla's pressure is very staple to the game. Just staggers. A lot of high-low mix-ups off of Dragon Rush. I'm sorry, high-low mix-ups off of assists, so things like this. And then just universal mechanics such as Dragon Rush, so things like that. So just be aware of the normal stuff that you'll see, and then you got to just try and employ the defensive mechanics that I've just went over a little bit. These are all things that I've compiled just pretty much from Twitter and just from watching games and my own kind of analysis that I've gone through while watching the character. Once again, though, I do still think that she's really good, and if you catch people without the resources to be able to do things like guard cancel on block, so if they have 0 meter, a guard cancel counts as a bar. So if they don't have the meter to guard cancel, catching them out with that Ray Zone pressure is really strong. If they don't know to delay tech, the knockdown one, it's also very good. Another thing, actually, I guess I should bring up is that she does have a knockdown. This right here off of her 236S. This. You can hold straight up, she'll jump, you just throw it out. If they get up immediately, that is a perfect meaty. So if they can't do anything, it's a perfect meaty being, it's a safe jump, essentially. So I catch a lot of people with this. They can't mash it. Oh, shit. You can't mash it. Oh, that was... Wow, that wasn't it. There we go. This will catch them as soon as they get up. They up tech. It catches all techs. Up tech, down tech, back tech. Only in the corner, so back tech doesn't really matter. But if they go anywhere, it's gonna catch. Like I said before, off 236S, that is just straight up. You hold straight up as soon as you do it, and press heavy on the way down. Literally, you'll catch them as soon as they wake up. Obviously, if they delay tech, then you can just handle that accordingly, however you would like to. I usually just try and media 2L on it so I can continue pressure if they get up, if I block it. If they do have the meter for that, you're gonna have to be careful though, of course, for wake up level 3s and things of that nature. That's really like, I think Kefla's really like not much beyond that. She's just a really stable character. I think she's very good. Like I said that like 4 times. I think she's very good. And like I said before, this isn't necessarily like a complete guide, but more a way to kind of deal with what she does, because I have seen that a lot of people kind of have problems with what she does, and I've caught a lot of people out with things that are easily avoidable. So keeping that all in mind, I wanted to keep this video kind of short. I might, if this video gets a good enough reaction to it, I would like to do like an actual guide. I want to kind of start doing guides for characters in this game, because I feel like it would be good resources just to get, you know, inputs. But of course there are other content creators who also do this, so I don't know how worthwhile mine would be necessarily. But I would just, you know, I just wanted to put this out there because I haven't seen anything for it, and like I said before, I see a lot of people have trouble with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys for watching, and if you guys would like to see more of this stuff from me, please let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.